The reason we're hiring, Brandon Newman is because we want to diversify. Like, no offense, if he's white, he's not fucking hired. Who are white, and in my view, which is just my view, not anybody's view, more talented, and we don't hire them because we're trying to diversify.
Well, that's Dave Portnoy saying, I'm not hiring these people because they have the wrong skin color.
That's fine.
Who do you think gave a softer interview, Mike or the Barstool Chicago?
Well, the Barstool Chicago guys were literally like terrified. They didn't know. They seemed confused by the whole thing. I mean, I like them. I'll defend those guys forever. I like good guys, and they're good guys. You will not get me to say bad words, but because what are they going to do? Like get Dave's? They like the guy. Yeah. We had any more clips from Dave? Notable clips from this? Steve?
Yeah. A lot of it's Brand Newman. If we're going to say his name, he's been here for fucking 5 seconds, right? Mooj wasn't even fucking hired, and it's a douchebag. And to have like articles being written about 2 fucking guys who haven't been here for longer than a cup of coffee, talking about my character and fucking just being assholes. It's like the fact of the matter is, and this will probably be blown out. Like, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not even gonna fucking say it because it's not worth saying. Don't say it. Live radio.
He goes on to say he
does. Spoiler alert! If you're listening right now, he's about to say it.
He says it in a minute.
The study of discipline that Dave Portnoy is once again is let down by his.
But he does. I feel his point that he's got people who have been here very short period of time have that little Barstool moniker attached to them, and so everything they say in the news media has added value.
Yeah, but I'd also say
you're never going to see in the story that so and so was hired a week ago and is now criticizing Dave. You're never going to see that. All it is even Barstool employees are criticizing Dave.
But yes, but I would also say, and this has been my issue in a way from the start, if you've been there for 3 weeks or 8 years, you're at Barstool now. You should be able to say what you want.
Yeah, but there's a difference between someone who's been there for 8 years and actually knows Dave. They should be able to say whatever they want, yes, but the value of what they say, the meaning of what they say, the weight of what they say about Dave personally is much more significant if they've been there for 8 years.
No, that's true, yes. Even like, look, I know Dave fairly well or whatever, but like, to compare me to Dan or Kevin's insane. Like, I don't, I have no, yeah, I mean, yes, no, I would agree.
I would say most of the time you've interacted with Dave has been content, right?
Well, yeah, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, you haven't had like behind the scenes moments with him, or like
Andy
Dave
looks
and
at Kevin and Dan as guys that helped build the company.
For sure. Oh, totally. Yeah.
But even guys like Frankie, knows his character.
I've had conversations with him that are not always content related. But yes,
I'm just saying, like, if Frankie comes out and is like, Dave Portnoy is a racist, then that's different from somebody who just walked through the door and is like, oh, by the way, based on this video, he's a racist.
Right.
That's the thing the kid was saying last night. He's like, I've maybe talked to him twice or something like that. So they don't interact with each other even.
Right. Let's try and move on from that interview. All right. Let's hear the.
I think I can say we are all on your side, right?
Because I do want to make Barstool a place where like everyone's welcome, and the reason we're hiring, Brandon Newman is because we want to diversify. Like, no offense, if he's white, he's not fucking hired. Not a million fucking years. That's what I was going to say before, because we got 9 gazillion people who want to work here.
Well, why? But you said you weren't going to say that.
Well, these guys coaxed him into it.
Well, he said it was live radio. I don't want to say that.
If he's saying Brandon Newman's resume, if he's a white guy, he probably wouldn't get hired. I don't think
he said resume. I think he was talking about pure, like, actual talent.
Well, but that's what I mean. Like, that's what I mean, bro. His whatever. But I
thought that was actually an interesting.
Is that really
very
an unfair point? I don't.
No, but it's something you don't hear.
No,
people admit a lot.
But I thought that clip right there, and it goes on, was the most shocking to me, because Portnoy is saying there are white people that are very talented that I want at Barstool that I am not hiring because of the color.
Does he say that?
Who are white, and in my view, which is just my view, not anybody's view, more talented, and we don't hire them because we're trying to diversify.
Well,
that's Dave Portnoy saying, I'm not hiring these people because they have the wrong skin color.
It's interesting.
You can say, put it that way. You can say it that way all day. You're fine.
Yes. Yes. But if you don't hire somebody because their skin is white, you're fine.
That's the history of the world. I mean, let's be fair. I mean, it's been the other way forever.
Yeah.
So
Which is basically what he's saying.
Yeah, sometimes
we are trying to diversify.
It's a tough time in history to be a white guy, and I think everybody else would say tough shit.
Yeah,
and I do, and I recognize that. But that was anything else from that interview or no?
Yeah, I thought it was funny him going after Mooj, and he says something about like, why would the Call Her Daddy girls insist on Mooj being hired?
My understanding is, and I could be wrong about this, is that he wrote a great deal of that show.
Yeah, and I'm told he's also
he's a big character on their show.
He's the MILF hunter,
right?
But I don't know. I've never heard his voice outside of
I don't even
the
know
MILF
what that.
hunter.
I don't even know what that is. I mean, I know what it is, but
Mooj is a cocksucker.
Well, hold on. Is that true?
Mooj is a
cocksucker. No gag.
Hopefully not.
No, did you hear no gag reflex?
Yeah, no gag reflex.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's a cursory investigation.
Wow.
It is very.
Dave's fucking crazy.
It is very.
I love the guy. I can't help it. I love him. I know he hates me sometimes. I love the guy. KMS quotes. I love Dave Portnoy. I don't believe he's racist.
It's very nice of you.
Mike, would you like to go as well?
No, I'm okay. I've said it enough for Christ's sake. But it is very.
So it's very frustrating. And we live in an era, even on this call, where you have to be so fucking careful on what you say.
He has been particularly careful.
Because who knows how it's clipped, used, whatever. I'm not apologizing, making excuses for anything that we said in the past. Like, it's out there. But, like, I don't want to just give more ammo. Because guess who the ammo fucking hurts? It hurts Brand Newman. It hurts us hiring more people. Mm-hmm. Like, it's counterproductive to what our goal should be, which to hire more, like, talented people of color, women, everything. Like, or read these articles, how the fuck are we going to do it? I talked to Tyler for a long time. I thought we had a good conversation. The Willie first one I thought went good. It didn't go good. Just
That's funny.
He thought it was fun.
My advice to everybody be just don't apologize anymore. Just don't.
I know.
There's no benefit.
You can see in that clip the dangerous trend of self-censorship working its way in. Like if Dave's already going to be thinking like I can't be the wacky
he sounded
impulsive guy.
It took him up to 14 seconds to say what he wasn't going to say.
That's true. That's true. But there's no look. You want to call Willie Colon privately and apologize? Maybe he'll come out and say that you apologize, whatever. But boy, if you're really sorry, but it does you no good. It does. There's no win. You cannot satisfy the people. And this is again going back to my own story with Aaron Andrews. That's why people say, "Why did you apologize the way you did?" Because I knew if I just said I'm really sorry when I really wasn't all that sorry, people would be it would be awkward, and B, do you think it would satisfy the single person who wanted me fired or suspended? Of course not. So I told the truth. I shouldn't have said it. And I also said, like I said now, essentially what he said about Brandon Newman. It's true about Erin Andrews. She has the job because she's great looking. And it's a huge part of the job. I mean, we're going to pretend that that's not the case? I mean, Jesus Christ.
I think Dave would even agree. The reason it became more of a story is the second video where it's like, okay, well, he said he wasn't sorry, and now all of a sudden he is. But it's tough when you have it. I understand. This is a rare. I can't think of anywhere else I've seen this where people in house start. I mean, I guess with ESPN and stuff, it
happens.
It's hard to.
It's different here because
it's a totally different thing than somewhere like ESPN.
Yeah. It's like every previous conflict, the Barstool people have been like, the soldiers in 300, like shield to shield, shoulder to shoulder, and it's been like them against us. But now Dave's getting spears in his back, and he's like, what the fuck am I doing?
You could start seeing it. Even in small things, even in little things, you could see it coming though. Even the thing like a year ago when they didn't dress up for the Dunkin' Donuts. That's at the beginning of this sort of Dave's getting a little older, and there are younger people working there who are some 15 years younger than him. Mm-hmm. And this is kind of what happens. And they have their own thoughts, and they're not well formed in some cases, but they think they've been coddled and gone to these schools. And
how old is Dave?
I think he's like 42, 43.
43.
Yeah. He's a couple of years younger than me.
Oh, I thought he was a little older than you.
Yeah, he looks older, but he's got people 20 years younger than him working there now.
Yeah,
right.
Well, that's hard.
And there are so many employees that it's getting to the size of a company where there's not one boss. Most people don't deal directly with him.
Yeah, and he's sort of this figure that's I don't think they think of him necessarily as the boss, but he is their boss.
Right.
So and I don't know. It seems like things have quieted down a little bit, but it almost seems like he's getting angrier and angrier all of a sudden.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're fine right now, but then when the next thing comes up, then they'll use all this against them and say, hey, his employees say he's racist.
Mooj is a cocksucker.
Well, yeah.
That might be the next thing.
Right. Well, that's...
But no one has a problem with that yesterday. There's not a story written about that or anything. But in 5 years, we might decide that word you can't say anymore.
Oh, for sure.
And then they'll pull that audio and say, boy, I was now I'm really uncomfortable when Dave said that. And it's like, well, at the time you weren't. No one was.
Right. No, it was, yeah. But we know how that is now. There's words that, I guarantee something in this podcast. Guaranteed.
Right.
The 10 years from now, it'll be, whatever. And then it's going to be
blindism. Can you believe the way Dave treated his
stupid
blind
or whatever?
employee?
Yes, any of those.
Yes, stupidism.
Yes. I think it should all be.
Shitty interviewism. I mean, these things are all going to have their day,
Right. I think shitty interviews are already allowed. I think you're in the minority.
What do you mean?
I think there are a lot of shitty interviews out there that are very acceptable.
Well, shaming of it, I'm saying.
Yes. Right.
Yes, we shouldn't do that. But
Shitty interview shameism.
Yes, but Dave was he was they had to hang up on it basically.
Yes. here's that.
Hey, Dave, we got other stuff to do.
This is the first.
They're telling us you have to go, Dave.
This is the first time it's been like in total, which is obviously a change. And
this is after they've already said goodbye once.
Fucking Willie and Tyler. Like, nobody wants to be told like the place you work is fucking racist and what do you do? And nobody fucking wants to do that. That's like a horrible position to be put in. And my initial press conference amplified that. And I wish I didn't do that. And that's what I was like, I got to be better at that, because I do want the next Tyler to want to fucking work here and shit like that. I really do. So I don't want to make that more difficult. Flip side is, not in this case, people have fucking hated me and said bad shit about me and whatever. Like, it's hard. It's what I said to Brand Newman. Like, honestly, if anybody thinks I'm a racist who works for me, you have to quit. You're not doing your job as a fucking human if you think you're contributing to a racist empire. I know I'm not. But if that's what you fucking think, then you shouldn't be here. Like, what type of morals do you have?
Ellie Schnitt, the ball is in your corner.
No kidding, really.
I think that's a fair point, because
I think the argument is then, well, we want to change from within.
Okay,
but
what he says is this is specifically about him.
If I'm a core racist, and a racist is not going to change their ways, how can you work for somebody to put money in a racist pocket? I would agree.
So far, no one has made the claim that Barstool is company-wide a culture of racism.
Correct.
It's specifically about Dave Portnoy and maybe to a lesser extent KFC and Big Cat.
Right.
So what he says is, you're not going to change me. He's fucking 42 years old. He's been doing this for 2 decades. Like, if Brandon Newman or Tyler think that they're going to come in and change who Dave Portnoy is,
right? Why give the money to
you're going to spend your time trying to change who Dave Portnoy is. Ain't nobody going to change Dave Portnoy.
Yeah, ain't nobody going to change him.
Ain't nobody going to change Dave Portnoy.
You said it, Steve. You said it.
Damn right.
You said it, Steve.
So, I mean, I think he's got a point.
I agree.
I think he 100% has a point.
So, good luck to Ellie on her subscription service.
Because if you don't agree with Portnoy, you don't agree with the brand, really.
True. Somebody said Ellie's isn't allowed to tweet or something right now?
I don't know. She put something up on Instagram.
Yeah, she says she misses Twitter.
What a shame. It's not the same without her.
I know those petitions to end war in Syria are not getting signed. Syrians are literally dying because Ellie Schnitt is not on Twitter tweeting out those petitions.
After that Dave thing there, one of those guys, I forget which is, just Dave, for the record, I don't think you're racist.
Hey, remember when you said no one said that? Well, I'm saying it.
Thank God it's on the record.